will be joining us.
What's up, everyone? Hey, all right.
Ready?
Who time?
Max.
Tonight.
It's
Yeah.
your night, right?
Yes, it is.
No, it's
No,
your
it's
time.
not. It's your
Come on,
night.
buddy.
Stop playing.
Come on, buddy. Right.
God, thank you for this day, God. Give us no harm and danger, God. Please protect us while we're asleep, God. Please protect our mom and dad while they're on this session, God. And God, protect my mom and dad if they're on the road tomorrow, God. And place your cover upon us, God. Place your angels upon us, God. And place yourself upon this house, God. And let no harm and danger get in, God. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Give me some. Ugh, love you.
Love you too.
Hey, y'all. Hey.
What's up,
Come on
everybody? How
in.
y'all
Come
doing?
on
How y'all doing?
in. Come on in.
See you. Love you. Good
Love
night.
you. Hey,
Brush your teeth.
iPads in our room. Thank you.
Brush your teeth good.
Hey.
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing?
Oh, everybody saying amen. Like,
Amen. Thank y'all for being with us. We're
Thank
trying to get it
y'all.
out the way.
Trying to get them to bed.
Yes.
So, yeah. We back at y'all. What y'all doing tonight? Merry Christmas. Happy New
Happy New
Year.
Year's. All the above.
Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, all of the above. Thank y'all for joining us tonight. Yeah. We talking about worth.
Yeah, we love y'all too.
We
I love you too. What's up, big old 31-4? Where y'all coming in from? Columbus, Ohio, in the house.
Yes.
As you all know, we're in Birmingham, Alabama.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you all for being here.
Over here in the ham.
Yep. Thank y'all for joining our prayer time with us. What's up, Dr. Sims? Happy New Year to you too.
Yes. What's going on? Hey, Isha.
Ashley
hey, Crystal.
Smooth. Maybe Ashley Smooth in the house.
I see Ashley. Yes. We got Vernetta in the house on YouTube.
Yeah.
Let's see. We got Tony Clark. We got Amy Carpenter. We got James Green.
New York.
We got
James
Jerry from Dallas,
James Green from Reading.
From Dallas, Georgia. We got Atlanta, Jersey, the Bahamas in the house.
Over here on
yes.
YouTube, we got Washington, D.C. Kill Michael, Mississippi. Woo, down there.
We got North Carolina, East Texas, Milwaukee on TikTok. Hey, what are y'all doing? What are y'all up to tonight?
Indiana in the house. Got Memphis, Tennessee, Memphis 10.
Mm-hmm.
Georgia, North Carolina, Texas.
Kentucky. We got
Jamaica in the house.
Yes, we got Norfolk on YouTube, Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
Yes, we got Dr. Walter Sims, who's in the Beham area,
yes,
the Dothan, Alabama area. He just represents all kinds of areas in Alabama. Yes. Mm-hmm. We got Cleveland. We got Duval in the house.
Duval?
Somebody said Duval. That's how he spelled it.
Oh, like little, not little Duval, but from Duval.
Yes, from Duval.
Okay. Just checking.
Checking.
Man, thank you all. We got Germany in the house. Gulfport, Mississippi. Canada. Oh, Canada. I can't sing, y'all. We got Israel in the house. Man, thank you all.
Yes, thank you for being here.
Argentina.
Yes.
Trinidad.
How is everybody doing?
Yes, how was Christmas for everybody?
How was Christmas for everybody? Sometimes we forget the reason for the season and we tend to kind of materialize it. So one of the things I have to say is this is the necklace that I'm wearing is one of my Christmas gifts from my hubby and the children. It has everybody's name on it. Loper Party of 6. So it has everybody's name except mine on it. But
she's wearing it.
Yeah, I'm wearing it. So yes, it was so much thought put into Christmas this year from our kids.
Yeah. Tanzania in the house.
And I think that's what truly, I think in Korea
in the house.
Okay.
Korea.
I think that's what really did it for us was how our kids put so much thought into Christmas for us this year. Our 19-year-old bought me a necklace that said, forever my mother, always my friend. And I thought that was really cute. She bought her dad a beautiful watch.
Yes. And I'm wearing it on the 18th. Believe that.
Yes, he's wearing it on the 18th, getting ready for that live premiere of that Low for Love. That Low for Love. That Low for Love. I can't sing either, y'all, so y'all gotta excuse me on that one. Yeah.
But yeah, we have Gambia in the house.
Yes.
Argentina. Man, thank you all for being here. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for the congratulations. Baby, you got the bang head.
I got a head.
The TikTok head.
Thank you.
Laurel, Mississippi. But look here. We coming in to talk tonight. Come on in. Don't leave out now because y'all don't hear no jokes. You know she gonna have a joke for you.
I am a joke.
Stupid, man. Hey, in this season of Thanksgiving, in this season of being grateful and having gratitude, our big question to you is, hey, what do you value yourself as? How much value do you put on yourself?
Yeah.
Do you know your true value? Those are questions that we ask. We asking ourselves these questions. Are we valuing ourselves at what we should be valued at? Are we downgrading ourselves with how we act, the people we hang around, people we be around, the people we're in relations with, all this stuff.
Yep.
We love you too.
Hey, David, how are you?
What's up, David?
Henson? It's David Henson, baby. The Williams hadn't got me in yet.
Yep. What's up, David Henson? Thank you for being here, man. Young lady on TikTok just said, she knows she's valued, but she still doesn't value herself enough.
Yeah, and then we have one on YouTube that says she's still figuring it out.
Yeah, and both of those statements are true, and for a lot of people. But at least you can acknowledge that.
Yeah,
a lot of people are not truthful with themselves and think they know their value, and they're holding themselves under the ceiling. I used to be that way. I don't think can't speak for my wife, but I don't think I value myself enough, until I really truly found out who I was and my purpose in this world and in this life. So now the sky's the limit.
You said you didn't feel like you did for a while?
No.
Okay.
No. No, I had a false was it false pretense, or I had a false knowledge of my value, because I was valuing myself on what the world said I was, instead of what I was built to be.
Yeah.
So real talk, how many of you all out there really know your value? And this is the thing, your value is going to fluctuate over the years, but it's up to you to make sure it's fluctuating, going up. It can be like the stock market every now and then. It can dip because of some of your decisions. But when your decisions make you dip to down, you should learn from your decision that makes you bounce up, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. We're all human, so we're all going to make mistakes. Some decisions are just worse decisions than others, unfortunately. Yeah. But it doesn't mean that you're down and out. And yeah, that is true. One person said knowing your value is being able to walk away from things and people. So true. So true. But when you're living off someone else's value meter of who you are, you'll mess around and be stuck places for a long time that you shouldn't be in. Her hair is beautiful. Thank you. I did it. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. She said, "Happy Tuesday. Her hair is beautiful."
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm sorry. Somebody said they stopped by. Just say Happy New Year. Thank you. Happy New Year to you too, Lavana. Yep, and that season. Sometimes some people are in your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. That is so true. And I'm gonna tell you something. The more you realize your value, fortunately, the more you realize your value, the less people you actually have to bring with you. Because some people don't see the value in you. That that's in you yourself. By show of hands, or likes or gifts, how many of you all from your family especially and friends are still viewed for who you used to be? And they can't see who you're growing to be because they can't get over who you used to be. See, that's one thing about being so close to family. Man, you truly have to walk out your life and your purpose, because if you try to be everything your family wants you to be, sometimes you can miss out on your purpose.
Yeah.
You got West Africa and Gambia in
You
the house.
truly have to look at what what it is that you see for you, where you're being called. You said somebody what now?
Somebody was saying they're currently in that situation.
Yeah. But you truly have to. We got to get outside of what other people see us for or take us at. And if we allow them to put a value on us, then they're not looking at us for what we bring to the table now. They're looking at us for what we brought to the table back then, for the people that we were back then. And so that's just a valid point. Like for example, like what's a missionary's favorite car? I got one for you. What's a missionary's favorite car?
A missionary.
A missionary's favorite car is a what?
A Honda.
Oh, a convertible. They convert people.
I hate you.
It's a convertible. Missionaries convert people. They like to see people change. Like, drop the tops, please. Somebody let you go a limbo.
Somebody said it for me. Get out. Get your behind out. That was good.
You know, but when we talk about change, it's like, like, I just thought that would be a cute joke for this side,
You can't be. You can't be afraid to convert people.
You can't. You cannot be you cannot be.
Hey, that is one of my favorite analogies when I use for people growing is being a transformer. See, y'all. The ignorance has started.
Yo, mama, so old she pre-ordered the Bible. Oh my gosh!
She pre-ordered it, baby.
I'm sorry, y'all. Somebody said I'm trying to be serious. I'm sorry, y'all. Somebody on YouTube said mistakes. I'm trying to be serious. And she pre-ordered the Bible. She's so old. I'm sorry. Go ahead, baby. I'm gonna let y'all be transformed.
No, you're not.
Reformed.
No, you're not. Y'all pray for me. Y'all see what I go through? Y'all pray for me.
Woo.
Anyway.
But I was just having a conversation with one of my clients about figuring out what's best for her, loving her, figuring out what her worth and her value is. See, that's why she just told me she's trying to be serious. We just talked about that today.
Candy cream sensations. Sometimes you have to cut family off because, and not in a bad way. We actually, and I'm saying this, nothing I will ever say we haven't done for ourselves. We cut our family out for a whole year, years ago, for an entire year, because we had to get us right.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes the influence from your family doesn't allow you to grow. Mm-hmm. They can't see the growth in you. Somebody earlier said, show them better than you can tell them. Sometimes it's just about walking out your walk that God has for you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep, naked and unashamed.
Someone said, how can what are ways I can notice and see my value? I want you to think about some things that you'll do for yourself that just think about some things that you would do for yourself when you talk about your value. Mm-hmm. So, for example, let me tell you, when I met Joaquin, I was living in this townhouse, and like when I tell you my grass was like up to my porch, which came basically up to my knees. Okay. And when Joaquin came to visit me, he was like, "Why is your grass not cut?" And I was like, "Well, I don't have anybody to cut it." And he was like, "Why don't you, you can get out there and cut it. All you need is just a little walk, a little walk more, right? Is that what
Push
you call
more.
it? A push more, okay?" as y'all can tell, I don't do yard work. Okay, I don't do yard work. But he says all you need is a push more, okay?
And if you all would have saw the face she made, as if I had cussed her out.
I didn't make a face.
Yes,
like
you
that.
did. Somebody said walk more.
So then I was like, I don't do lawns.
I don't do lawns. That's not
like I don't do
lawns.
Like,
And I was like,
that. And so what that helped me do is that helped me realize that a man will do for me what I'm willing to do for myself, as long as I know how to do it.
Yep.
I can't take that attitude as, oh, I don't do yards, or I don't do yards. I don't do this. I don't do that. Like I'm too good to get out there and sweat a little bit. In which I felt like I was. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I did. I was like, I can pay somebody to get out here and do this, or somebody gonna think I'm cute enough to come and mow my yard for free.
That's the problem.
And
that's the problem right there.
That is definitely what I thought. I was like, honey, I'm cute enough with somebody driving by here and be like, baby, you need your yard cut. Yes, I do. Come cut it for me.
And most of the time when people see a need like that, they want a need in return or want in return. So there were now.
So in learning the value, in learning my worth, in learning my value, I had to learn how to do some things for myself first.
So guess what I did?
He went and found her.
I knocked on people's doors. Hey, excuse me.
So it's a walk more, right?
Push more.
A push more. He went and found a push more for me in the neighborhood and asked him, could I use it so I can cut my yard? Now, when I cut my yard, it was still a hot mess. But I tried.
She did a good job, and she was sweating like somebody been out there behind her with a bullhorn. But I promise you, she mowed that yard. But guess what? And I told her, I said, look here. I said, a real man, he'll do anything for you if you know you'll do it for yourself. Yeah. And we've been together 16 years now. My wife has probably mowed a yard or pushed the mower 3 times since then.
Yeah, probably 3 times since then. Mm-hmm.
Because I had to look, first of all, I'm not in this to get anything out of you, even though I do want something from you at the time. But it wasn't about that. Yeah. It was about making sure that she knew that, man, look, this exchange things ain't gonna be that way.
Yeah.
So once I saw that she was willing to do it and be out of her comfort zone, yeah, I got you. Yep. Now, if I could just work on some more things with her, we'd be all right. Like making the bed in the morning when you get out of it.
You talking about making the bed now?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Anyway, what's your value?
Yeah. And somebody said I need to find my worth on TikTok. It's like I need to learn my worth. Like I was telling.
What was the question you just asked somebody? Somebody just asked you what you were telling the story of.
Mm-hmm. What is some things I can do?
Some things you can do to know your value or know your worth. Watch how people treat you. See, I know my worth because, first of all, I don't curse anymore. Used to curse like a sailor. Let me go into.
I never knew that about you.
Shut up.
Seriously.
Seriously. By the time my wife met me, oh man, I will cuss you out in a minute, slap you on top of it. But by the time she met me, look, cursing became so a turnoff to me. People start challenging me to say, look, man, can't you find a different word to use instead of that? What does that word really mean? When I started learning the meaning of words, what curse words come from, now my value went up because now when people would value me enough to not curse around me, or I wouldn't put up with certain language, even from females. I don't care how pretty a female is, I really can't deal with you if you smoke. Not saying you're a bad person, you're just not for me. And there's nothing wrong with that. We can be cool. But I can't kiss you if you smoke. That's nasty to me. And I'm not saying that you're not good enough for me. I just don't want to accept that in my life. That's it. So when you start holding certain values for yourself and holding yourself to a standard, people respect that.
Yeah.
People, and if they don't respect that, they don't understand that. And that's okay.
And that's okay.
That's okay.
That's okay.
Everybody's not put in this world to like you. But I think everyone you meet is meant to grow you in some aspect or another.
Yeah.
So that's just me. My wife is beautiful. Well, she knows one of the turnoffs to me when I met her when she would curse. I don't like that. Let's just say something else.
Yeah, I still cuss a little, y'all.
Yeah,
Just a little bit. God's still working on me. I mean, I'm telling y'all, I do. And I tell people all the time now, I know my husband doesn't like me to cuss. And when I do, because he look at me a certain way, and I be like, babe, I'm sorry. But I mean, there was just no better way to put it. I mean, I don't necessarily like use like these very harsh words. There are some words that I think are very harsh. So I don't use those words. So yeah. So I just don't. Yeah, but I still use, some of them little bitty words. Some of them words you can find in the Bible too. So yeah.
Use a different context.
So just say donkey instead of A. You such a donkey. That's how I need to start cussing people out. Like, you such a donkey. Like. I mean, he told me to say it in a better way. I mean, they use the word in the Bible. I mean, so is that how I'm supposed to call people that when they tick me off? Like, Jesus. I use the little bitty words.
Hey, but you know what? That's sarcasm. That sarcasm will kill me. You such a donkey. Did you call me a donkey? Yes, I did.
I sure did. No, they gonna say you called me.
Hey, well, at least we're on the same page.
We're on the same page. At least you know what I meant. You know what I meant, okay? Shoot, I'm acting like one.
And I'm gonna tell you something else. Whoever asked that question, another way you would tell people value you, or they can tell your value has changed, when people are always bringing your past up. But what I'm telling you, look here. Every last one of us on this live, off this live, anywhere in this world has a past. Or if they keep living, they will have a past. And everything in our past is not always honorable. We would never sit in front of you and act like we're pearly white and as snow. No.
Who won't? We won't.
No.
Oh no, we can't do that.
No.
Like,
no, that's hypocritical. However, if you accept your past and you can accept your past and state your past before they can bring it up, they have no control over you.
Yeah, like, look, I need to go ahead and tell y'all what I was all about in my past life. Because if y'all gonna look me up, y'all gonna be like, damn.
I don't even know how I got caught up in this, y'all. I'm like Marshawn Lynch. I'm here for I won't get fined.
So I need to go and be real with y'all, because I promise y'all, like, I'm glad my husband appreciate it. Because God's still working on me to be the first lady.
My prayer life
gonna be like, I don't know if I want her as my first lady. I'm like, okay. And I don't want to dismiss folks from my husband's congregation. So he's still working on me, and I know that. But see, that's the thing about knowing my worth and knowing my value. I know there are some areas he's still working on me in.
I'm gonna use that one.
Like, shoot, God's still working on me. And I'm just real about that. I was talking to a client earlier today, and I was like, I'm just not called to certain people.
And you're not called to everybody.
I'm not called to everybody. I'm not.
And not trying to get preachy, but the Bible's even clear about that. The Bible says, my sheep will hear my voice. You'll hear your brother. That's why every congregation ain't for everybody. Oh. But if we're working toward the same goal, which is being whole, boom, let's get there.
Yeah, Lady Loper. That would That's gonna be my name when my husband get his church. They be like, that ain't first lady. That's Lady Loper. Cause she always lit. They be like, first lady Loper be lit.
Hey, every time I get in the pulpit, the first thing I'm gonna do is say, give it honor to God. I apologize for my wife.
For my wife, he gonna always go. He don't need to go and apologize to me. Cause I promise you, honey. They gonna be like, I need to talk to First Lady Loper.
You trying to get back at somebody?
Look, baby. No, hey, I'm like, look now. But I'm gonna be real with you. That's the thing, though. I'm gonna be so so real
Yeah.
with you until it's like, and I promise you, let me tell y'all, I'm called to them people who feel like they can't go to church.
Yeah.
That's who I feel like
Yeah.
I'm called to.
Because honestly, so in the past, the church people have made people feel like the church isn't for them when the church is a hospital.
Yeah.
Sometimes, hey, sometimes the church can't get people can get so comfortable that they forget that they used to be sinners.
Right.
And they used to be in the world. So look, this is the thing though. You don't go for church for a judgment. You go for church for help. And that's what you go for. Man, I have how many bang drinks we drink today? I had 2. Yeah, I was tired today. But I will say this. If you ask me what was give me one word to characterize myself years ago prior to meeting my wife and when I met my wife, and I would tell you the word I would use would be whorish.
And I'm a thug, cause no, I wouldn't.
You'd probably say, I ain't gonna say that. I was a whore. I was a whoremonger. I was, because I felt like me sleeping with women gave me value. Just be real. That's where a lot of my value came from. The value of how people saw me, what I did, how I did it, XYZ. Now that I look back on it, man, it's some shame there. Because I didn't know who I was.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have anyone to affirm me the way I need to be affirmed. I didn't know how to receive affirmation. Man, we can go on and on about this stuff about value.
Yeah, we could.
There are a lot of people out here that know how to, they know how they want to love people, but they don't know how to receive love.
Yeah.
Because they don't know their value. If you don't know your value, you don't know how to receive the love that you need to have to build your character.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's what value is about. See, I want to be valued to the point where somebody is thinking about suicide or they're thinking about leaving their spouse, and they'll reach out there and say, you know what, I know who can help us. Joaquin can help us. That's why I start seeing my value being used the right way.
And Liddy Lady Loper can be
If you need to stand up to somebody, let me take you to my wife. In Jesus' name.
Oh, like truly, I will. And some people will be like, you know what, my child needs to go and talk to Stacy, or my wife needs to talk to Stacy, or or something like for real. Like, I hope that that's what people say about me. I mean, I could be a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs a little sometimes, but I am truly here to see women, especially, be transformed to be all that God is calling them to be, all that they want to be.
I'm sorry, David said Pastor Lonnie Loper Love and Lydia Loper Love at the 11th Baptist Church.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to say that word.
So I am, and I do feel like that my personality, my warmth really does draw, like on a serious note. I do feel like my warmth draws women in and makes it easy for them, because they can tell that they're not going to be judged, that I'm not here to, condemn them. I'm here to help them see it from a different perspective so that change can occur. That's the thing for me. That's why I get up every morning to do what I do. And that's why I love talking to my ladies, and even sometimes the men, when it comes to how do I transform? How do I start creating a difference in my life? And and I'm serious. That is what I love to do every day. Yes, I can be silly. I got all the jokes in the world. I do. But I'm telling you, I want to see people truly, truly be happy with who they are. And every single day that I do what I do, whether it's a joke or whether it's sit in front of my computer talking to my clients, I'm telling you, I love doing it. And I get joy out of doing that every single day, because I know somebody's life is touched in a special way.
Yep.
I just know that. So, and I want to continue to do that for people.
Yeah.
So, you have a comment?
Tina Marie Sanders said, I found my match. Your show is helping me see I can say yes. Thank you, Tina Marie. I mean, it's comments like that
yeah.
that makes it worth me actually stepping out of my fear and getting on TikTok and doing these lives. This is not something I branch out to do. This is not something we actually were looking to do. It just happened to fall into our purpose.
Yeah,
And we thank you all for being here.
we do. Yeah.
International, yes, we are. We are international. I speak that. I receive that.
Yeah.
If you ever need to book us for anything or come doing the motivational speaking, marriage coaching, anything at your establishment, look us up at www.blendedandwinning.com. You can book us there. Love to come out and be of assistance to you.
Yes.
Yep.
Thank you. So people are saying we're their favorite couple.
Thank
We're so
you.
adorable.
Thank you.
Laugh one more time for me.
And in this season, I will tell you that since my wife is just putting out there to mama have a church.
Yeah, but somebody just said we truly have a ministry in us, though. It was like we really have a ministry in us, and we thank you for that bullseye. Yeah. No, we really thank you for that comment. Because we do know we were just talking to a couple and saying that we do know that God is calling us to specific households, and is calling us to specific households, and we're preparing ourselves, for that. Truly have been preparing ourselves for that for years now. So,
and I'll let my wife tell you. You want to go and tell them? You don't.
I just love your chat. Oh, thank you.
And Joseph Austin said, "You all need a TV show." Man, real talk, Joseph. That is so amazing that you would make that statement, man. We have one coming out on January 18th. January the 18th. Please go over to YouTube, subscribe to our page, Joaquin and Stacy Loper.
Yes.
Subscribe to our page, and man, we it's called That Loper Love, and it will launch on January the 18th.
Yeah, Janice Dixon on YouTube. David just gave you the. There we go. I think him and Taj just sent you the website to go to send us a message to let us know. Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah.
So for you all that are wondering or probably have asked, my wife is a preacher. No, just
I'm about to say, don't you dare do that. don't you tell them I lied.
She's the cousin preacher. She's the cousin
preacher. I don't do that, not up in church.
But yes, a lot of people don't know that and I don't go around just throwing this out there. But this is the season for me to really shut out and start marrying people. So I am an ordained minister. I've been one for 3 years. But in order for me to marry you, we do have to do counseling.
Yeah.
And we will. Hey, if you request us and we do the right things, I will travel to you. What's up now, Philadelphia, Mississippi? Yes, sir. Decatur, Mississippi, right here in the house, baby. But yeah, I love doing wedding renewals. Marriage is something that I never saw myself being in. I didn't see a healthy marriage growing up inside of my house. So me being faithfully married for 13 years, that was like the unicorn for me. And I'm talking about the rainbow unicorn. That was just unheard of. So for us to be here, man, I truly love what we do. I truly love who we are. And I truly love doing it with her. Yep. We don't want to do it with anyone else. So yes, but like I said, anything with the weddings and stuff like that, man, please reach out to us, www.blendedandwinning.com.
Somebody said, laugh at my donkey, y'all. That's right. That's the way you use that word. I'm laughing at my donkey.
That's right. You see that? You see, we've helped you already.
That's right. I can give you a new way to say all that stuff. Yeah.
But yeah, man, what is your value? What is your value?
Yeah.
And another thing, someone asked the question earlier, how do I know my value? Look at your life a year or 6 months or a year prior to where you are now. Are you better than what you were? And at that point, if you can answer yes or no, build off of that. And then every day after that, build off of that day. It's okay to have a year plan or a 5-year plan, but take it one day at a time. Yeah. This is what I would say to someone who wants to challenge themselves. There are 7 days in a week. Rate yourself every day of the week. And at the end of the week, look back over that week. If you've had 5 good days and 2 bad, hey, we're getting better.
Yes.
And we get better. Now let's look at those 2 days that we didn't meet our goals and build on what we need to work on.
What could I have done differently?
That's it.
What could I have done different? And you have to ask yourself and reflect back on that in order to create a change.
Yeah. And even with the days that you were good at, don't think just because you had a good day, I've mastered it. No. How can I build on that day? It's about momentum. It's about momentum, man. You got to have there's momentum up and down.
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to do?
Yep.
Anybody knows sports, though, when somebody makes that big hit on defense or offense, that good run or something, momentum is there. Let's run these plays as quickly as we can.
Yep.
Set the tone for your life.
Mm-hmm. And this is the thing. Too often, we look at all of the negativity that goes on in our life. What are we doing wrong? As opposed to looking at what did we get right? And when we got it right, how can we start building on that? See, we allow, and it's a choice. Understand, it is a choice that you make every day to focus on the positive or the negative, to make it a great day or not. That choice is yours.
All yours.
It is all yours. And so that's where we have to take ownership of what we allow our minds to think, our hearts to go, and what we allow inside of us.
Yep. Even, I'm gonna tell you something. Even if someone calls you ugly and it hurts your feelings, that's their opinion. Let them have their opinion, but know who you are. The Bible says, I'm beautifully and wonderfully made in His image. He didn't make you ugly. That's just somebody's perspective of you, because they don't know who you are and they don't know who they are.
Who they are.
Sometimes people put you down to make themselves feel better. And some of the prettiest people are some of the ugliest people on the inside.
Yep.
I'm gonna tell you something. I remember, and this stuff, it carries with you if you don't know how to use it the right way. I'm telling you, I realized in the junior high, 8th grade, when an older female told me, "Don't ever let somebody tell you that you're ugly and make their value what they call you. Know who you are." And at that point, I knew for a fact if females call me ugly, it didn't bother me, because I knew eventually somebody's gonna call me cute. Somebody's gonna be crazy enough to call me cute.
See, I wasn't crazy enough to call him cute at first, y'all. He grew on me.
Once again,
me. Yeah.
When people don't know who they are, they can't see who you are. That's
really?
okay.
Really?
It's okay. It's okay.
You weren't cute.
She didn't know who she was.
You were not cute to me. You were not cute to me when I met you.
Why?
Like, I wouldn't have gone across campus and said, "Oh, he's so cute."
But why?
I wouldn't have.
Why not? Why not?
What you mean?
Because of how I presented myself, right?
What you mean, in sweatpants and a t-shirt? That wasn't cute to me.
Right then. That point exactly.
That don't mean I didn't know me.
However, but this is the thing. She had a value. She had a value. And her value didn't say that I met her value because she didn't know me. And that's okay.
I would have prayed for you. I would have paid the price for you. You were cheap.
Cheap?
On my side. You had on sweatpants and a t-shirt.
Hey, this some expensive sweatpants, I'll tell you that.
It was. It was carrying a lot of hefty.
Y'all see what I'm saying?
From the first look, you
Y'all
can't
see what I'm
never
saying?
judge a book by its cover. Never judge a book by its cover, because when you open that, y'all see, I didn't say the whole word. I gotta figure out how to get that one in there. Okay, how to use the little bitty one. So that's all I'm saying is that he came with a hefty price.
Shut up, Stacey.
He's 2 kids later and a 13-year marriage. Woo!
Anyway,
It's hot
I'm
in here,
sorry.
y'all. Woo! It's hot, y'all.
Let's do it, man. I forgot what was the story.
Somebody said, "Work on the Lord." He better work on me,
Hold
honey.
on. Lord, she testified. Hey, ignorant, man.
Woo. I'm done. Go ahead. What were you saying?
I don't know.
Woo! So he did not allow
Anyway.
my opinion of him to carry any value because he knew his own value, y'all.
Oh, yeah.
Trust me. Okay?
Literally, I'm telling you, I was so confident in who I was. I used to walk into a crowd of females and I would say, hey, how you doing? What's your name? And one female would be like, I have a man. I go to the next one. Hey, what's your name? She's like, that's my friend. You got a man. So why you talking to me?
Y'all see how much of a whore he was? See?
I'm not going to let your opinion of me stop me. When my wife told me, this is what my wife told me. This is a true story. This is honest to God truth. Facts. How old are you? I said, I'm 24. Boy, you little boy. What you call me?
I said, you a little boy. I think Heather on here.
Heather on here.
Heather on here.
This is our witness. This is my mom. This was my Heather is my she was my mom. Like my mother figure in college. She'll tell you. She told me, boy, get your little stuff out of my face. She said I'm
28.
28.
Recently
divorced with 2 kids.
You can't do nothing for me.
And you know what my response was with my confidence? With my jogging pants and my t-shirt on? Your current circumstances ain't got nothing to do with my agenda.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is
With
Joaquin.
his end goal, y'all.
With my end goal. Boom. She remember what I said, y'all. She remember what I made an impact because I knew my value.
No, you made an impact because of your damn name.
Stupid.
I'm just telling the truth. You made an impact because you talk about your name is Joaquin. I said, why what?
And then go ask me, just meet me now. Go ask me. Why your mama name you that? First of all, leave my mama out of this. I don't know you like that. You ain't that cute.
I was
like, talk about my mama.
I said she does know you are black, right? And then the way she spelled your name, you are not Hispanic, baby. But she's
and
like,
the way she was acting, I said, you do know you black, right? With your bougie self. I ain't scared of you. You don't know who you think you're talking to.
like,
and I left with the phone number.
You did not leave with my number that day, did you?
Yes.
The first day that you came to introduce yourself to me, I don't think I gave him my number. Y'all.
Not the first day.
Okay.
Not the first. The first day he helped to introduce us. Remember?
Yeah.
Like the third time I met you, that's when you gave me your number.
Okay.
Period. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, Sassy Shirley. Period. Your current circumstance ain't got nothing to do with my agenda or my end goal. Hey. Heather tell you, Heather, I love you. I love you and Roger to death.
Yes.
Heather told me, do not mess with her.
Yes.
Recently divorced,
yes.
2 kids.
Yes.
But she was so pretty to me, and I was like, I'm being a hoe.
I'm that lit lady lover, y'all.
Heather, I should have listened to you. I should have listened to you and just ran the other way. She told me to go the other way.
Hey.
Tell us it's facts. You the man, bro. Hey, it's only so many men on this earth that could have pulled this off. And I just happen to be one of the few.
You're the only one that pulled it off. Like, nigga, I'm gonna give you your props. Now you're 13 years in the game, nigga. You're doing it. Like, yes.
Keep on.
Yeah,
Keep
come
on.
You still putting it down. Yup. You still holding it down. Yup. Look. That's how y'all gotta hype y'all men up. Like, when I tell y'all gotta hype y'all men up like this. Yes.
My ego needs stroking too. I stroke my ego. See, when you stroke your man ego like this and stroke it and truthfully stroke it, guess what you get? Guess what you get? What you want to eat tomorrow, baby?
I just get something to eat. That's it.
No, it's just start. New Year's is coming.
Oh, Heather said he had her hooked at the Fantasia concert. He took me to a Fantasia concert, y'all.
Front row. Fantasia and her shaking hands, slapping hands together.
We were, man. Fantasia made eye contact. We were singing that song together, boy.
Them tickets paid for themselves, Heather.
Literally. So yeah, y'all. Yay.
And this is what marriage should be about. This is what marriage should be about: being able to look back on your life, good and bad, and being able to laugh about it and talk about it. Because unless you talk about those bad times, you'll mess around and repeat those bad times. Knowing your value. Your value doesn't diminish because you had some bad times. If you can learn from it, you will actually exceed your value.
Mm-hmm.
Only if you learn from it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you have to, and this is the thing, it starts with the individual mindset. A lot of people always like, I want a marriage like yours. But the marriage starts with an individual, me, and an individual, her.
Yeah.
Then we come together and make the marriage what it needs to be.
Yes.
So many people will be like, I just want a marriage that works. But you ain't willing to put the work in.
And you got to be willing to put the work in. Trust me, we have people in our lives now that can tell you we did not start out here.
Oh,
we struggled initially, but when we made the choice and understand it is an individual choice for you to change you first. Yep. Because if you can't change you first, you can't be any good for anybody else.
Yep. So some people always say, someone just said it. They'll use the Bible and use it out of context. The Bible says you're supposed to be equally yoked. That's true. Well, if anybody on here knows how to cook, when you take some eggs and put them in a bowl before you cook them, or as you're cooking them, you got to whip them up so they look the same. Because if not, you can still see them as individual yolks. But when you whip the yolks up, it takes a little work. Mm-hmm. It takes a little whirling, mm-hmm. and beating upside the bowl or whatever container you're using to whip them up until they all look the same. You have to do that in your marriage.
Right.
But when people see me, they see my wife. Mm-hmm. Period. I represent her. She represents me.
Yep.
No other way around it.
Yeah. We have people that used to work with Joaquin that says, when I met Joaquin, I met his wife, and his wife wasn't even with him.
Period.
And that's what I'm talking about, a marriage, a committed man, a committed woman in a marriage. And like Janice said on YouTube, she says, I am learning that marriage is not a one size fits all, because it's not. It's not, I know him. Like, it's not a one size fit all. You got to make that thing what it has to be for you and your spouse. Like, I had to pray, like the second to third year in our marriage, I said, God, I need you to make me the wife that you are calling me to be for him.
And I was praying to God, like, God, speak to this woman, because I need her to do something.
I mean, I really had to, because I said, God, you got to work on me to be exactly what I need to be for him. I can't be somebody else as a wife. I can only be his wife. And that's what we have to succumb and submit to, is being the wife that we are called to be for our husbands. Being the husband that, exactly. Being the husband that you are called to be for your wife. And that's what it's all about.
Yep.
You saw something on there?
No, I was just reading something.
Okay. So that's where you have to get to in your marriage, in your relationship, and what you got going on in your life. It's a true individual choice. And you can't worry about what the other person is doing. If you feel like you're doing more work, keep working.
Keep working. Give them time to catch up. Everybody, this is not an equal race being ran.
Yep.
Marriage is about, don't give me that 50-50 stuff. If I'm only giving 50 and she only giving 50, that's 50 somebody is not giving.
Yep.
We're giving 100. In every category, I don't expect her to give 100 the way I give 100.
Yep.
But guess what? My effort is not predicated off of what she does. I don't wake up every morning saying I'm gonna be a husband if she's the wife I want her to be. No. I wake up saying I'm gonna be one hell of a husband today.
Yep.
And she's gonna know that. I can't be a wife. That's not my goal. I was born a man. She has to be the wife. Yep. That's her goal. But who has to build her to be the wife I need her to be? That's my goal. Yeah, it's about being vulnerable and being teachable and being a good teacher. So if there are any women or men out there that are husband or wife that are saying, well, why he can't learn this or why she can't learn this? Well, how good of a teacher are you? That's my question.
Yeah.
They always say, you know, when you look into a classroom, um, the um, the performance of the children represents the teacher. So
Mhm.
the performance of a wife or husband represents the other spouse.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Yep.
Ponder that.
Yep.
And this is the thing. Most teachers teach the same subject over and over and over and over and over and over. Y'all get the point, right? So why is it that husband and wives think they're going to teach their husband or show their husband or wife something one time and then expect them to get it just because they want it done that way? You got to teach me. And I mean just teach me one time. Give me some grace.
Yep. Yes. And I'm telling you, if you
So
want someone to go back and watch this
yeah.
because you're saying that, you know, your daughter or your son or your friends need to hear this, please just go to YouTube, subscribe to our page, and you can go back and watch it on YouTube because it will be on YouTube. So we stream live from YouTube and TikTok. Usually each time that we're on here, we're on both platforms.
And Dia, if you want to have your friend Dia Akram, if you want to have your friend or your associate or fellow employee listen to this message, just tell them to come on to YouTube and rewatch it for us.
Yeah, or send it to
or send it to them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is the thing: everyone is a teacher in some capacity or another, but you have to build that. Being a good teacher is not just something you wake up and do. Even if it's your gift, you have to home in on your gift. Being able to tell stories and do these things is something that I'm good at because that's a gift of mine. I can't tell jokes like my wife. She's a great joke teller. I'm a good storyteller. You have to know who you are. You have to know your arena to work in. What is our YouTube channel? My YouTube channel, our YouTube channel. See how I changed that? Our YouTube channel is Joaquin and Stacy Loper. If someone could on TikTok that know our YouTube handle, please pin that in the comments for me. Thank you.
Excuse me.
Yeah. That's what we've been saying. Sky D,
Yeah,
1123. That's right. You have to be this is the thing. I am a husband because we're married. She is a wife because we're married. But the only way I can be her husband is she teaches me how to be her husband.
Yes.
I'm not generic. I'm special to her. The only way she can be my wife is I teach her how to be my wife. Mm-hmm. She's definitely not generic. Yeah, this is special order. Guarantee this is special order. Yeah, this is on backlog. Heather, am I right?
I had some defects that he needed to work out.
Lord, you know how they send them car things out. Oh, you need to bring your vehicle in for a new. This part is So yeah, that is so true. A lot of times people see marriages as marriages they've seen on TV, videos, and that they want to be like, man, Mr. Johnson them had a great marriage. I want my marriage to be like theirs, and they're predicating their marriage to be what they seen other people's marriages be, instead of trying to be truly make it to be what they need to be. Mm-hmm. However, if you don't, once again, if you truly don't know who you are, it's going to be hard to teach this person to be who you need for them to be. Yeah. So it goes back to your individualism. It goes back to your value. Who do you know you? Do you know who you are? Do you know your value? And I promise y'all, 13 years of marriage right here, 16 years of knowing each other. When I got married, I realized one thing. I have no idea what I'm doing as a husband. But I had the desire to be a good husband. So I had to swallow my pride and allow my wife to teach me, as hard as that is. Because sometimes teaching hurts. Man, sometimes somebody trying to groom you to be who they need for you to be, man, that hurts. Because it goes against everything you've ever known. Yep. Yeah, so you have the desire to be that. But I desired to be a good husband. Mm-hmm. Because I didn't see that. And I knew I wanted to change the trajectory of my family going forward. I made myself a promise. If I have kids, my kids will not see me be the father that my father was. No knock to my dad. I love that man. The best that he ever could have done for me is get me here on this earth. I'm not going to hold anything against him for what he didn't do. Hey, we can live in the past, or we can keep ourselves down because we didn't get what we thought we should have gotten, or we can make our life be what it is going to be.
Yep. Yep. And that's what we have to get to.
Yep. Somebody just said, 45 years of marriage, 45 years of marriage, and they still learning every day. That's what
Every
it's about.
day. And that's what it's about, man.
Yep.
That's what it's about. When you feel like you've learned or you've tapped out of that learning process as far as your marriage is concerned because it's exhausting, you've given up on
You've given
you.
up.
Yeah, and you've given up on you, and that's
Yep.
the thing. You got to first say, I gave up on me. Not I didn't gave up on the marriage or I gave up on my spouse. I gave up on me first
Yep.
because I stopped trying to become something better for my marriage, for my spouse, for my family.
Now, let me give you some real talk. Whether you husband or wife, are you going to have those moments? Maybe you may have those moments in your marriage where you feel like giving up. Yes. Yes. But when you feel that way, what do you tell yourself? It was plenty of days I want to leave this one. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was plenty of days I want to give up on this. This marriage thing ain't for me. No.
And I could have very well
I'll go back and be a hoe.
I could have very well been like, you know what? I'm not going to even try. I didn't try in my first two. I didn't try to save those marriages. I didn't try to change.
Yeah. I mean, what's one more?
What's one more? It would have been the easy way out too.
Yeah.
But I truly had to think about me as a person. And that's when I was learning my value. And heck, I was 33 at that time, 33, 34 years old, learning who I was, what I brought to the table, why I should stay, and why this marriage was meant for me. But I had to learn all of that about myself, man. And it wasn't easy. It was not easy because I promise you there were many days like I felt like I was the sum of my mistakes. And to this day, there are a couple of things that Joaquin and I say to each other on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
Okay. One of his things to say to me is, I'm sorry. And he says it to me because he doesn't know if he's going to say something or do something that might hurt my feelings or that might rub me the wrong way. So he needs to go ahead and say, I'm sorry in advance.
Mm-hmm.
My thing is to say thank you in advance because I might miss the mark on telling him thank you for something that he has done or said to me. So we go ahead and we get it out of the way. Okay. So he says, I'm sorry. I say thank you. And another thing that we just actually realized that we do with each other. And Joaquin said his spiel one day and I said mine. And we didn't realize that we do this all the time when we say these particular phrases to each other. And Joaquin says,
thank you for loving me.
And I say, thank you for staying.
Yeah. Yeah. Because she didn't have to stay.
I didn't have to stay. And, he didn't have to stay.
I didn't have to stay.
I didn't have to love him.
And she didn't have to love me.
And so we get into a habit of saying that to each other because that's our hearts for each other. That's our hearts toward our marriage. So let's look for.
I want to hear this. Someone says, yes, we have kids together. We have 4 kids. 4. Megan, Morgan, Landon, and Maddox. Somebody said, please tell me this is recorded. Yes, it is.
Yes.
If you're on TikTok and want to rewatch this or you're just coming in, please go subscribe to our page on YouTube. Joaquin and Stacy Loper. I believe it's pinned in the comments for you there. But go over to YouTube, subscribe real fast, and you can come right back. Yeah. But it's Joaquin and Stacy Loper.
Yes. And Anne Marie Rodriguez, you can definitely reach out to us so that we could talk a little bit in depth on those things because your situation is a little bit deeper than what we would go on here. Okay.
I was reading that.
Okay.
Aisha was the girl that.
Okay, so you said, how do you listen to each other? We give each other our undivided attention. And when we do that, Isha, we actually respond in a way of, okay, so this is what I hear you saying. Mm-hmm. Okay. Because I truly want to get clarity so that I can understand what he's saying to me. Yeah. Because it's important that I get clarity as to his heart. That's how we truly listen to each other. Like we still talk about our situation from 11 years ago. And when Joaquin is ready to talk about how he's feeling in those situations, I turn off the TV or I turn it down. I do whatever it is I need to do so that I can give him my undivided attention. And he also does the same.
Yep. This is one thing, and I'm gonna speak from a man's perspective. Women, peep in. Get out your feelings. Yeah, get out your feelings and stop listening to your feelings. Your feelings have nothing to do with you being a husband. When it comes to your wife telling you that you rubbed her the wrong way, okay, it wasn't your intention. Listen to what your wife is saying. Baby, you know what? I apologize. I could have done that a little better. I'll do better from now. Thank you for bringing it to my attention. And go on about your business. We spend so much time trying to defend ourselves instead of listening to their heart. Because at the end of the day, we are going to deliver things differently than they're going to receive them. That's just facts.
Yep. You got to understand, you're going to feel different about certain things. You're not going to always agree. And there are going to be some things that you say that your spouse is going to have to process. Mm-hmm. Allow them to process that information so that clarity in communication creates effective communication. Mm-hmm. Because when effective communication goes forth, so many things are resolved. Okay.
And yes, we do couple sessions.
We do sessions with couples.
Yes, go to our website, www.blendedandwinning.com, and you'll see everything there. We have a new website too, so everyone looking at our website, please tell us what you think about the new website. It just went up this past Friday.
I have to make sure it's up though.
Make sure it's up.
I have to make sure it's up. They probably get the old website probably until tomorrow or Thursday, so that's okay though.
You heard what she said.
Yeah.
And let me say this. Hey Celia, is Celia?
Celia.
Hey Celia. Yes, please. Somebody just said something. Oh yes, there's somebody saying that the defense mechanism. This is my thing. Most men don't want their wives talking to any other men about things that go on in their marriage, how they're feeling. But these are the same men that would tell their wives, "Oh my God, you always coming with that." Instead of just, once again, shutting up, not only listening, trying to hear her heart, understand her heart, understand why she is repeating herself about the same thing over and over. Because apparently you're not getting something. Yep. At the same time, wives, learn how to present your concern in a loving manner.
Yep. Instead of all like this. Your head moving, your body moving, your arm and your fingers all over the place. Calm down, tigress.
Damn.
Come on now. It don't take all that to talk to the man.
Because one thing about men, we still have pride. And we're still men. And if you're not going to treat me like you're a man, come on now. Come at me the right way.
Yeah.
I ain't some guy on the street. I ain't some female you trying to jump on. I'm your husband.
And don't be slapping him upside the head. Don't be pushing him in his chest or on his arm. Come on now. Respect the whole relationship, the whole man thing,
And for my men,
I said, "Ooh, oh,
for my men, let me give y'all women a little hint. If you really want our undivided attention, the best time to talk to us is after we're full
and release.
Yeah, those are the best two times you have our undivided.
You have his undivided attention when his belly is full and he's no more empty. Hey, I'm just saying, it's the truth.
Can't stand this girl. I just can't stand her.
Remember them the two things that his belly needs to be full and them guns need to be empty. Okay.
Never. Hey, like the American Express. Don't let him leave home without it.
You better not let him leave home.
Or with it.
Okay. You better not let him leave home with an empty stomach or a full sack of. Yeah.
Hints. Hey. Our marriage is happy.
Very. Mm-hmm. Yes.
But seriously, you look at it, as a man, it's only so far you can push me. It's only so far love is going to go. Once again, the Bible is clear. There's a book that we read that truly helped our marriage called Love and Respect.
Yes.
Women need love, men need respect. if you ever notice, a lot of men don't need to hear "I love you." They need respect. Respect is kind of equals into love for us. Women need to hear "I love you," and they need to be shown that love. But if you don't know how to show me how you need to be loved, it's going to be hard for me to love you. If I don't have it in me to love you that way, what are you willing to do, and how long are you willing to wait to teach me?
Mm-hmm.
Understand something. My wife she needs a different type of love from me. My wife told me one time, I need you to be my soft place. I need you to be my pillow. I thought she wanted me to go buy her a pillow because she needed somewhere soft to lay down. Look, I don't know who no soft place is. I ain't never been taught this.
Mm-hmm.
I've been taught how to be a man and provide and go work and pay some bills. But when she wanted to talk to me, I didn't know how to listen effectively.
Yeah.
Who is the author of that book? Who is the author of the book, Love and Respect?
Dr. Eggridge.
Dr. Eggridge. See, we know the book.
Emerson Eggridge.
Emerson Eggridge. However, when I was able to sit my behind down, be humble, and be vulnerable, I finally understood what my wife meant. And all she had to do after that was tell me, babe, I need you tonight. And I will go home, shower, and I will lay there and I will let her talk for hours. And I wouldn't say a word. I would just listen. And I will listen to make sure I could love her in the way that she needed. Was it hard? Yes, it was hard because it went against everything that I knew. No different than when I was in the military, 13 years. The first thing they teach you in the military is forget everything you know. If more married people could understand that, when you say I do, forget everything you know.
But I'm going to tell you something, Tawana.
What you want to say?
She said most men don't listen effectively. And I don't wholeheartedly agree with that because a lot of women don't listen effectively either. So it's kind of 50-50 when you look at it. When you look at it realistically, most women don't want to listen either. You know.
And once again, it's about Tawana, it goes back to the teacher as well.
Yes.
Every student doesn't react to a teacher's teaching methods.
Right.
That's why there are teachers that know how to teach in different styles. They're better effective to the whole class.
Right.
So a lot of men, I agree with you to a certain extent. Like my wife said, most men don't know how to listen effectively because we don't understand what you're saying. Two different wavelengths. That's why it's so easy for women to get together and y'all can talk and be like, oh my God, you get me. Y'all women. Yeah. But you get around men and you're like, what are y'all talking about? We're men.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you, a lot of my female clients love to talk to Joaquin and get it from a male's perspective. And then the next time I get on a session with them, I was like, oh my God, Stacey, like Joaquin really gave me such great perspective on how to look at it when my husband or my significant other says this or does this, or how I should start looking at something different. So like, seriously, Joaquin gives women a great perspective on that. And I kind of give men a pretty decent perspective on women. Most men just tell me that I'm too much like them. So, oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
Hey,
what was the question?
What do you do when your loving wife changes you? First of all, you have to allow somebody to change you. But this is the thing, and I say that I use that very loosely. Someone can't change who God has made you. Mm-hmm. If God made you alpha, no one can change that about you. You just have to step up and be alpha.
Mm-hmm. And when you say she changed you from alpha turned beta, it's really all about how you react and respond to her. It's all about how you, thank you for the heart.
Thank you for the heart.
It's all about how you now approach and deliver with your wife. It's not a bad thing that in some instances, your wife you're the beta and she may be the alpha in it, as long as there's no disrespect.
Yeah.
And so you got to look at it from that perspective.
Yeah. Then let me make sure my wife's words are not being misconstrued.
Okay.
There's no way a woman can be alpha.
Right.
Alpha is male. She can be a beta, but she can be the leader in that subject.
Yes, in that area.
Yeah.
If it's a strength of hers,
let her lead. You need to
yes.
be her biggest cheerleader. The areas my wife was stronger in, me as an alpha, baby, let's go. What you need from me? I'm gonna push you to that next level. Special Cam. Special Cam said, just come get me now.
Y'all, I don't know who Special Cam is on TikTok, but she said, can y'all just come get me real quick? Because I need a whole week with y'all.
Hey, Special Cam, you may not. It's so funny you make that statement. We're working on something that, man, we're trying to build a facility and get a facility where we can get people together for a week and just pour into them for the entire week. We're working on things like that, man, because this is our heart. This is what we want to do.
Yeah.
No, this is what we're doing. Not what we want to. This is what we're doing. But this is another thing about a male and a female, especially husband and wife. If you're not able to allow each other to challenge each other, who else is going to challenge you? Man, my wife challenges me. And guess what? When I drop the ball, guess what I go to my wife and do? Maybe I apologize. I dropped the ball. I did this earlier this year, just a few months ago.
He did.
I dropped the ball, and my wife, man, it hurt my heart to see my wife shed a tear because I didn't do what I promised I would do for her. And she picked up the slack and took care of everything. Won't happen again. See, one thing about us, one thing you never have to worry about is us trying to fake the funk or put a facade on for you all. We're not perfect. We're not going to try to be perfect, and we're going to tell you where we've fallen short, but how we learn from it. So don't ever feel like you have to be a some way. Now I'm sorry, Ms. Diesel 5455. By definition and by God's law, you can't be alpha. You are a strong woman. There's no problem with that, but you can't be alpha.
She's a resilient woman.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with being resilient. And I'm just using the words right now. So if you are a beta woman, cool. But you can't be alpha. That doesn't come together. It doesn't go together. And I'm not trying to have an argument with you. I'm not trying to debate, but even by definition, it just can't be. Are you a strong woman when it comes to other women or in your area? And in that case, I could say she's a alpha because she's a strong woman. But it's only one alpha in the house. That's me. And then there's God Omega. He takes care of everything. But this is who I am. Yeah, and that's no knock to you. I'm not trying to take any of your strength. I'm not trying to degrade you or diminish who you are. Just say it. All right. So on to the next one.
And he's not being arrogant by any means or anything. He doesn't. I mean,
it's facts. And guess what we can do? Agree to disagree.
Yeah.
Yep. So, how do you come off as not being super independent, but you're seen as that? Talk to her about that. That's a great question. Aisha McGee.
Yeah, you have to be willing to submit. You have to be willing to kind of fade into the background a little bit and allow his voice to be heard. See, sometimes we're so boisterous and so aggressive and so assertive that can be a defense mechanism because we don't want to get hurt. That when we come off that way, that's why we're seen as that. We're seen as so independent. Nobody can tell us anything and you don't need me and things of that nature. Is because it's a defense mechanism that we built up to protect ourselves. And we sometimes cannot let that guard down to kind of step into the background and truly hear what our spouse is saying to us. And that's just, I used to be like that. People used to say, I used to be so intimidating that, but I feel like I was always approachable. Joaquin, do you?
No.
I wasn't?
No.
Okay. He says I wasn't approachable.
No.
Okay?
My wife would scare the most men off because they didn't know how to approach her or they were afraid of saying the wrong thing. And then my wife had this look and this demeanor. Heather, tell me if I'm telling a lie or not. If Heather's still on Facebook. On YouTube. My wife had this demeanor about her that was arrogant and just, it was.
Okay.
It was.
I mean, you're on the outside looking in. I can't.
Because my arrogant self wasn't gonna let that just push me. I know what I want. So no. So my wife was not approachable.
So people say that I was very intimidating. I was non-approachable. That
She
You
was.
know,
And that's one thing I
had
loved
this-
about her.
I had this presence about myself, Isha, that it was like, you know, and it was a defense mechanism. I learned later on that it was a defense mechanism that I built up to be this strong, independent woman when I truly needed someone, but I needed someone like Joaquin in my life. I really did. I needed someone who was willing to take on the challenge of me because I knew I was a challenge and also was he. So,
And a lot of females and males on here right now, a lot of your defense and a lot of your arrogance and a lot of your independent aura that you give off is a defense mechanism because of fear.
yes.
Because of fear and not knowing who you are. So you're going to put that defense up so nobody hurts you. That's human nature.
Mm-hmm. And we said we weren't going to be on here past 45 minutes.
No.
15 minutes. But you know what? There's a question on YouTube. She says, how did you change that about you not being approachable? Isha said, I want to know that question too. Don't you dare. Put your lips in and quit lying. He lied. He's a liar, baby. He wouldn't be sitting right here right now.
and that's joking, but look, let me say this right now. I apologize to anyone that's ever been through domestic abuse or anything that's not that I joke about. First of all, I grew up watching my mom get physically abused by my father. So that's not something I joke about jokingly to just laugh at. So I want to make sure I make that clear. And I don't want to offend anyone on here that's ever been through it or been affected by it, okay? So.
Yes. And so to answer your questions on YouTube, what I had to do was I had to learn to stop being so freaking rigid. Like I was so rigid. Like I pretended like I was all put together and I was, I had it all together. I still drink my tea like that.
She does.
I still drink I can't have it. It's like that finger just goes up all the time.
Ooh,
but
shit.
I was so rigid until I had to really bring myself to a point to where I was like, ooh, like, let me laugh a little bit. Let me really like laugh uncomfortably. But I'm going to be honest with y'all. It took Joaquin to help bring that out of me. And it took Joaquin to tell me, it took Joaquin to tell me, you need to loosen up. Like,
first of all, you ain't all that.
Uptight.
Did I tell you that? Did I tell you that one time?
I mean, I'm gonna need you to bring down the arrogance a little bit.
No, that wasn't arrogance. No, that was frustration.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, look, first of all, you ain't that cute and you ain't all that. Man, loosen up. Jeez, have a little fun.
I mean, he was lying to me. I mean, but yeah, he did say it to me. He was lying.
You see the arrogance?
He was lying. You ain't that cute and you ain't that fine. You need to loosen up in the back. Nigga, stop lying. How you know you lying? You know I'm cute. That's why you holler at me across campus. I'm gonna need you to bring that down. That's what I'm gonna need you to do.
I hate you.
You get on my last nerves. Like, you ain't that cute.
But did I say it?
You did. You said
okay.
it. You said it.
Okay. Thank you.
Hey, y'all know that song, Truth Hurts, by Usher.
Truth hurts. Truth hurts. And if the person you gonna be in love with and you married to can't tell you the truth.
Yes. And I'm gonna tell y'all, Heather is on YouTube right now. Like they had a t-shirt made for me. Like seriously, they had a t-shirt made for me.
And you know what it said? I can't stand you.
Because I used to tell them I couldn't stand them all the time because they were messy.
No, we weren't messy. I'm gonna tell you how rigid my wife was. When we were going out to dinner or lunch as a group, we would not let Stacy order her food. Tell me what you want to order. When we got married, there were like 2 years, you can't order your food. You can get our food spit in. Tell me your order and I'll order it for you. Because you'll make somebody as a waitress or waiter feel like they're this small. And she wasn't doing it intentionally to be degrading, just the way she presented herself. Like, oh my God, you need to calm down.
Yes, we do relationship counseling.
Yes. And someone on here said, when I meet the man of my dreams and the one I'm going to marry, y'all have to do our counseling. We got you.
We got you.
We got you.
Yep.
But yeah, this is what we do, man. Well, I mean, we turn our brokenness into our testimony. Yeah. We sit around and talk about our lack thereof growing up.
Yeah.
Why do we act a certain way? Why do we do certain things? Coming from generations of adultery from my father on his side. Poverty-driven mind, adulteress on her in her family.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna just put words out there.
Manipulation. Yeah.
Independent women.
Strong woman. You don't need a man, and
I don't need
lack
a man.
of commitment, of fear of commitment. So
yes, we do all of our counseling is virtual. So if you reach out to us on our website www.blendedandwinning, we do 98% of our counseling now by Zoom.
So I have a lot of funny brothers, and they're single. Like I have a couple of funny brothers that are single.
Yeah.
Joaquin has no brothers that are single.
No.
So yeah.
All of my brothers are married. And none of them are me. So.
Yeah. For sure.
Shout
out
to my brothers.
Yeah.
Man. Calvin, Mitchell, Willie, Gabe. What's up, y'all?
Anyway. Yeah. So look, we ain't gonna keep y'all on here any longer. We about to get out of here so I can give me a shower and go to bed. Damn, y'all. Like, oh.
Hey, I'm sorry.
Hey,
hey, one thing I will tell you all, man, we thank y'all for everything. Please, once again, if you're on TikTok, please, once you get off this live, go over to YouTube and please subscribe to our page, Joaquin and Stacey Loper. Man, for whatever reason, God has led us down this path. We have a reality show about our family coming out this January, the 18th, my birthday. And it's going to be about family, love, marriage, sacrifice, vulnerability, and honesty, man.
Yeah. So I got one for y'all before we
No.
leave. Do y'all remember why Adam told his kids they didn't live in Eden anymore?
Oh.
Because they mama Eve ate them out of house and home. He said, your mama ate us out of house and home. That's why we don't live in Eden no more.
Just like her, just greedy.
Yeah.
Greedy. Man, hey, love y'all. Love y'all with the love of Christ. Oh, and another thing. January the 5th, man, we have our first book being published together. Yes. My wife is already a published author, but we have our first book coming out together. It's called The Appendix. And it will be available on our website January the 5th. Man, This is going to be a great year for us. We truly sacrificed and did the things we need to do to further our ministry. I guess we call it a ministry.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is.
So we look forward to your feedback. We look forward to your support. Man, we thank you in advance. What's up, Cynthia?
Yep. I see her. She's been on here for a while,
okay.
Babe.
Hey, Cynthia. Thank you for being here. But, man, we just want to say from the bottom of our heart, from my wife and I, wholeheartedly, man, thank you. Thank you. Man, we don't take it lightly that you all are on here listening to our crazy selves.
Yes, the show will be on our YouTube page, so you have to go and subscribe. Go and subscribe because it will be available to subscribers only at Joaquin and Stacey Loper on YouTube. Joaquin and Stacey Loper on YouTube. Yep. That would be your way of watching the show.
Yes. Tell your mama, your daddy, your co-workers.
Yes.
Tell your boyfriend. No, I ain't gonna say that. Yeah, tell everybody.
Yep.
We're gonna be there. And man, we look forward to hearing your feedback. Seriously.
Oh, thank you. Say God sent y'all to us. Thank you so much. Thank you. We love y'all. We love y'all with the love of Christ and with the hoo-hoo!
And blue. We out. I wonder which one of y'all gonna be the first to be able to be with married. Which one of you will be the first to marry? We don't know. Talk to y'all later.
Yeah, I don't know which one of them you'll be the first to marry, baby. We'll have to do that on here the next time. Thank y'all for subscribing. Go to YouTube.
Somebody said me.
Go to Joaquin and Stacey Loper. Thank you all so much on YouTube.
Yes.
Thank y'all so much.
Thank you,
we love
David.
y'all.
See you, Heather.
The
See you.
Looney Loper and Liddy Loper lady,
Yes,
that right?
Darn Liddy
Liddy
Loper.
Loper lady.
Y'all pray for us. Good night, y'all.
Good night, y'all.
Oh, that was good.
That was good.